class, today we'll be learning about segment length and fractional distance. First, we'll start off by measuring segments. To find the length of a segment on a number line, we need to find the absolute value of the difference of the coordinating endpoints. Let's use our number line that we have here. Segment AB is equal to the absolute value of A minus B. So, the number 3 is representing the number A, and B is represented by the number 17. So 3 minus 17 is 14. Because we're using the absolute value, the length of the segment is 14. Congruent segments have the same length, so that's a key word that we need to remember. Congruent means to have the same length. We'll revisit it later. What is the length of ST? So let's start off with our S. S is located at -4. T is located at 8. So 4 minus 8 is equal to the absolute value of 12, which means our segment is equal to 12. Let's try another one, for example. The length of AD. A is located at number 2, -2. D is located at 10. 2 minus 10 is equal to the absolute value of -12. So the segment length is 12. Remember I told you to remember the word congruent? What does congruent mean again? That the segments are the same. So it's our segment AC and BD, congruent. AC, let's start that one first. A, C is equal to -2 minus 5, which is equal to the absolute value of -7. So the segment is 7. BD, D. So B is located at number 3. D is located at 10. So the absolute value of 7. 7. So 7 and 7, our lines are congruent. So we're going to be congruent and we'll say yes. Nice and big. Okay, let's try 2 more to practice. Our line segments AD and BE congruent. Start off with AD first. It's equal to -2 minus 10, the absolute value of 12. So this is equal to 12. Now we need BE. Is equal to 3 minus 14, which is the absolute value of 11. Well, let's just add another bar right there. So the segment is equal to 11. So are the 2 segments congruent? No, they are not this time. Okay? Next, we're going to cover midpoint. So here's a definition for you. Remember, midpoint means halfway between 2 points. A fraction, in fractional terms, it means 1/2. So we have point A and point B. Right in the middle of the 2, or 1/2 of the distance, is the midpoint. The midpoint formula is A plus B is equal to a value, and all that is divided by 2. So A and B are coordinates of the segment endpoints. So let's try it in usage. What is the midpoint of ST? So S is equal to -4 plus, remember we do plus to find the midpoint this time, plus 8 all over 2. So we have 4 over 2 is equal to 2. Okay? Let's try another example. What is the midpoint of N and Q? Okay? Start off again. We're at -2. Plus Q, which is 8, all over the number 2. So we have 6 over 2 is equal to 3. Okay, we got it? So now we're going to try and determine fractional distance. So fractional distance is when you need to find a point that is a fractional distance away from another point, not quite halfway in the middle. So in order to do this, we need to find the length of the original segment, A minus B, and then we have to incorporate the fraction. So we start by taking the right point minus the left point, then we multiply it by the fractional distance, and then we add it to our original point. Okay? It's a few steps in there. So here's a formula for you to reference, and let's try it on our next problem. So we got it. Okay, so A is located at 6, B is located at 15. So first we start by knowing these two values. So we take the right point from our formula, which was 15 minus 6. So that value is 9, right? So we have 9. So 9 times 2/3, and then our first point was 6. So 2 times 9 is 18, divided by 3 is 6. So 6 plus 6 is equal to 12. Let's make that other line so we get that real good. Everyone follow? Okay, let's try again. Another line, and draw a number line for this one, but you all got it. C is located at -6, and D is located at 14. What is the coordinate of E, which is 1/4 of the way from C to D? So let's set up our formula, okay? So first we need C, which is our first point. So that is -6 plus, that's an awfully big plus sign, plus our fraction, which is 1/4, times the rightmost point, which is 14, or our biggest number, which is another way to remember it, minus our left point, which is 6, which is also -6. So let's find in the parentheses first. So 6 minus a -6 is 20, right? So let's change this to 20. Now we know, okay? And let's solve the rest of our equation. So 6 plus 1/4 times 20, so it's equal to, let's solve in our next parentheses. So 20 over 4 is equal to 5. So we know that. So -6 plus 5 is equal to -1. So -1 is our fractional distance point of E. One last one for us to do. Make sure we all got it. On the number line, M is equal to 0 and N is at 9. What is coordinate P, which is 2/3 of the way between M and N? So let's set up our formula again. So our first point is 0. Plus our fraction is 2/3 equal to our rightmost point, which is 9 minus 0. So that one's really easy, isn't it? So that just goes away, so that's 9. So 2 times 9 is 18, divided by 3 is 6. And we have 0 plus 6. Well, that's easy. Our midpoint now for P is equal to 6. Okay? Thank you.